Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today, sorry Sky. Today is possibly ultrasound day for us. We're waiting to hear back. It'll be today or tomorrow, but we're waiting to hear back from our farrier friend who does the ultrasounds for us. And so it's going to be today or tomorrow. There's a lot of rain going around in our area right now. It's not raining, so I took the minute to come out here. I've got Nova in heat, Kit Kat in heat. We're saving those both until the spring to have fall kids. And then Nora, I came out here and it appears as if she is in heat. Now this would be her third cycle. So I don't know what's going on. We're not having any trouble with anybody else this year. Last year we had a lot of, like, almost every single doe recycled last year. So I don't know what's going on with her. But she's sitting here causing problems for our Nigerians. And then over, Bordeaux still has his visiting ladies over in the pen, which I could put Nora over there, but I've got to make a decision today if I want to try and ultrasound her or if I want to try and throw her in with the buck. So we're probably going to be making that decision sometime here in the next hour or so. But she is either she's either 42 days, 21 days, or not at all. And with her flagging and everything, and she looks kind of swollen back there and stuff, I would assume that she's not bred, that it didn't take. I don't know. So so the question that we're gonna have now is our I don't know where they are right now, but Coco and Anna. So they were in the pen at the same time Nora was bred, and they both recycled, and they both got bred, and they have not recycled since. So the question that we've got now is, whenever we do their ultrasounds, if they're not bred, then does that mean that with Bordeaux's illness over the summer, if he is, like, if he's become sterile, because that would be a big problem. So that would become a big problem for us as far as having any boar kids in the spring. Now, we could totally have boar kids in the fall and everything. I think right now we've only got one person on our reservation list for boars, but it still comes up as, a big issue. Dorothy, you got a cockerburr in you. There you go. So it comes up as a big issue. Hi, Mac. Queenie, don't you be... So anytime that I come outside now, Queenie's supposed to be bred. It could just be that she's wagging her tail to wag her tail, because she's not acting like she's in heat. But it does worry me whenever I see that, because she is standing here next to, next to the fence, but she's not acting like this, to where she's, wanting to be next to the bucks. She's wagging, she's got a swollen vulva and all of that. So that's going to be our big dilemma as far as, what's going on. And Bordeaux, I love Bordeaux. He is the perfect buck for us. He's not too aggressive, which our first 2 bucks, we had Redneck and we had S'mores. Well, actually, the first one we did stud service. But so Redneck was a very aggressive buck. He got the job done very quickly, very fast. But he was a very aggressive buck towards the does, and he became, we had him for 4 or 5 years, and he became to the point to where we couldn't get into the pen with him. So unfortunately, in that situation, he went to the sell barn. So S'mores, for those of you who have followed us the longest, you know that, obviously some of those early videos have Redneck in them, but we have S'mores too. S'mores we got intending as a registered buck, but the paperwork fell through with the breeder that we got him from, and so for him we wound up not having registered kids as soon as we wanted to, but he was really good buck. We used him for 3 years, I want to say. I think it was 3 years. But the problem is that whenever it got to the point to where we needed a papered buck, and we got Bordeaux, and we brought him in, we've got all these Nige bucks and everything. We just didn't have room, and we wanted to go with the registered. We didn't want to stick with the commercial side. And so we made the decision earlier this year to go ahead and let S'mores go, which is fine. The problem is that Bordeaux, he's a sweetheart, but he's a very gentle, docile buck. So here is Mr. Bordeaux. He has fully recovered. Hi, dude. Okay, get down. We don't need to see all that. Go on, get down. So he's in here with his ladies, his visiting ladies, as I call them. But anyway, so he's doing really good. He has recovered. He has, put all of his weight back on. He's getting the job done. He got the job done with ours. But, But the thing is to where, what do we do with him? And obviously we plan on keeping him and using him for several years. But if our does aren't getting bred, and it doesn't appear to be an issue because none of these does have had issues in the past, especially Nora. Like if these girls here, these visiting ones, if they go home and in like a month from now or whatever, their owners decide to preg check them and they're not bred, because I've seen him do the deed. But if they're not bred or something, then that's going to tell us a lot about Bordeaux and about his future here on the farm. So it's something to consider whenever you have bucks and you keep bucks, to where you need to make sure that they're viable. So like I said, he's very docile. He works great for us and everything. Over the summer during our heat wave, he wound up getting, a parasite load. We treated him, he recovered and everything just in time for breeding season. We've kept him locked up over here for the last couple of months so that he can put on some extra body weight, because boars need that. They're a meat goat. And it's worked. He's doing really good. He's doing great. And the only problem is to where, it's making that final decision. And as you can see, Nora back here, she's about to get in trouble. She likes to climb the fence whenever it's a weak spot, and there's a missing T-post right there to to where the bucks can't get out, but she's tall enough to where she could climb over. But anyway, with bucks and everything, you have to be prepared to where you have to make that tough decision if you don't have a aggressive enough buck to get the job done, or if you have a sterile buck for whatever reason, whether it's been an illness or whether it's been just you know, in general, of however that buck came out, then you have to make sure that you're making the right decisions for your herd and for the future of your herd. So, like I said, we're going to make a final decision here this morning on what to do with Nora, as far as if we go ahead and ultrasound her to see if she's just throwing hormones or if she's actually bred. We are going to ultrasound Anna and Coco. If they are not bred, and Nora is not bred, then I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen at that point, because right now we're getting into March kittings, and which is still fine for us around here, but whenever we get into April and stuff, it gets real wet, rainy, the parasites start to come out, and we just don't want that. So yeah, so if y'all have ever come into this problem, drop a comment below, let us know what you've done. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get off here, or I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, get ready for get everybody prepped for ultrasound, and we'll talk to y'all next time. All right, bye. Well, we decided to put her back in, so we'll see how this goes.